Okay, I have a job to do today. We have finally gotten a break from so much rain that we've had here in Georgia that it looks like today I'm going to be able to finally knock out this job. I really needed to get this job done because of all the rain that we were having, but trying to get the equipment out here and that kind of thing with it so wet was just going to create a bigger problem than what I already had. But what I have here is you can kind of see that I have kind of a wash that's going on around this riprap that I've already laid down in here. And so this is an area that is right here next to our barn slash shop where I keep my equipment, stuff like that. And so I have water that kind of comes down off of this hill. I have water that comes down off of the barn, comes down through a gutter and washes into this area. And it's also kind of a slight grade that comes down into this area anyway. So that water does pretty good when it's coming right down through here. I don't get much of a wash. It just kind of flows down there and everybody behaves themselves. But as soon as I get into this area, it basically picks up enough momentum and there's enough of a grade that starts a little bit more of a steeper incline that that water really starts to pick up steam, and then it heads over that hill and goes out into the lake. So it's all good that it's going out to our lake, and we got a lot of good runoff for that purpose. But I just have too much of a wash that's taking place right here. So I have some surge that's left over from a job that I was doing last year on my driveway. So I'm going to incorporate it in here with this riprap that I already have, and I'm going to see if I can get this wash situation kind of taken care of. So let's get started. Okay, that's kind of sort of the idea that I had. I just needed to lay a lot more rock in there, and even that right there may not be enough. This is just some of that surge that I had left over from a driveway job that I did last year, and I laid, in one of my previous videos, I laid a bunch of this rock up in a wood line to keep a wash from coming down a hill and onto my driveway, which was kind of washing my driveway out. So I had some of this left over, and I figured it might be enough to kind of stick in this wash area here. This is going to improve it, I think, but I might end up having to get some more. All right, anyway, for right now, that job's done. Off to the next job. The other thing I want to do today is I got the brush cutter put back on the skid steer again, the MTL XCT 3-blade brush cutter. So what I want to do is get into this wood line here where our driveway kind of goes around this way. One of the very first jobs that I did with my new excavator, my new used excavator, my Kubota KX040, was I had a tree sitting right here. And it was one of those trees that had a common base, but it split off into kind of 3 separate trees. It wasn't tremendously big. I want to say maybe 40 feet. It wasn't too big. But anyway, what I did is I got in here and I dug around it a little bit, and I pushed it off over there. And there's the remnants of it, and then some of the other parts of it are sitting off in here. I cut it up once I got it down and just kind of pushed it off into this wood line. And it was just one of these things where I was cutting grass through here, and I always had to go around that damn tree. And it was just kind of a pain. So I was out here playing with my excavator when I first got it home, and I thought, you know, I hate this tree and I'm going to get it out of here. So I did. So anyway, what I did was I started looking at this wood line here, and I just decided I want to come in here and I want to start mowing down a lot of this underbrush that's sitting here. Let's get the brush cutter spun up and let's start mowing some stuff down. It's official. My wife is definitely trying to kill me. She throws stuff like this out here in this wood line. Calm down. Calm down. Okay, I got that done. So I just wanted to get in here and get a lot of this underbrush out of here along this wood line. And there was a lot of privet in there. And there's still a little bit over there, but for the most part, what I wanted to do was just get it right out of the immediate area right here. So I got a lot of that cut out of there. Thinned it out considerably. Got in around these trees and got a lot of little stuff that's growing in there. You got these little saplings, sweet gums and pines are mainly the thing that we're dealing with, and then those vines that have the thorns on them. Just getting those out of there. So anyway, yeah, that came out a lot better. Got the brush cutter in there and just started knocking it over. Sheer force. Sheer rotating force. That's what you do with that brush cutter. All right, so I'm glad that I've got that done. It's nice to get this cleared out. I'll come in here and do a little bit of grading, and I'm going to put some grass right here in this immediate area where I took these trees down with the excavator. And then we'll get ready for the growing season to begin. On to the next job.